Hey YouTube, coming at you with a viewer submitted team from Square Shoulder, who is a member of the channel. So thank you for the support. And they say, love watching your videos. They are very educational. The team has a Talonflame and morpeko core. They cover each other's weakness as well. I was running Machamp as the third as a hard answer to Dunsparce, but it's too glassy and I was lacking a stay swap. Then I tried Dunsparce first set and it worked well to 2450. Then I started seeing a lot of Diggersby and switched to Drapion. I don't have the Shadow Drapion. Although it's not an answer to Diggersby, it worked out a bit better overall and I reached Veteran. The non-Shadow Drapion worked well against Shadow Drapion leads, where I could the non-Shadow Drapion works well against Shadow Drapion leads where I can do one Incinerate with Talonflame and switch to my Drapion. Then two Octails KOs theirs, but mine can tank too. Okay. I've been working on my move timing, but feel like I need to start counting to reach Legend. No, you don't. This is my fourth season. Was able to reach Expert last season in the last week. Any feedback is appreciated. Okay. So, yeah. Again, they do cover each other mostly. You're gonna have problems with like a groundwater, so something like Quagsire, Swampert will cause this a lot of problems. These two, and actually would cause Drapion a lot of problems too. So Mud Boys are the biggest answer to this team. But let's take a look at the battles and see how it works in. Otherwise, yeah, like ground and then Talonflame beats grounds in general. Okay, mirror match. Going straight into the safe swap in okay, going straight into the safe swap in Dunsparce, getting met with a Shadow Grovel. I don't even know how to pronounce that thing, because who the heck uses this Pokemon? This is near the 2400 range. That's crazy. Okay, so this draw run is resisted, but yeah, so ground is resisted on grass. You did grab a shield. You can now just kind of loose switch and just try and flip switch here. I guess you're trying to get your morpeko on the Talonflame, or they come straight back in Talonflame to a double super effective rock type move, which is they're going to have to shield, or is that just one shots? They have a lot of energy, but you have an electric Pokemon. So could be flame charge, could be neutral flame charge, but we'll see what happens here. It is just a Brave Bird. That is resisted, but that's still a Brave Bird. Going for the two. I'm surprised that Incinerate didn't register after your two moves, but get the two and or wheel off. And it's an Exploud. Either way, what the hell is this team? Okay. I do not see. Maybe someone's just running Spice. Because that is a really random team. Okay, Malamar. This is more Great League meta. Here we go. Sideway foul plays come at you pretty quick, faster than you'll get to a move here, that's for sure. But maybe not the second time around. It's gonna be close actually. You probably do lose the second time around. You do live one foul play. They may go for the aggressive. I don't even know if it's gonna be aggressive. They may get the going straight into a morpeko as a safe swap, which is borderline crazy. This thing could just get so, I was gonna say walled, but maybe not walled. Because here's the thing. This is why the change form is actually pretty cool, right? Because you just lowered their defense with Psychic Fangs, and then you throw a Dark Aura Wheel, which will do a good amount of chip here, right? The problem is this will easily survive. Oh, and they shield, so that's actually pretty nice. The problem is your Talonflame is so low, and Quick Attack is neutral. You do get your Brave Bird, which is huge because you kind of need that because your Dunsparce is almost useless against this thing. So do land it, which is nice. Roll it to resistance. They do get to move. You can live anything with this thing, so it's fine just letting it go. We'll have to see. It is a Toxapex in the back, so having a Drill Run is obviously very nice. Problem is non-stab Drill Run on a very, very bulky Toxapex still means you probably need 3 here. Watch the catch. Yeah, the only thing is I worry about it. If you keep throwing right when you get to the move, they may try and just catch it. So getting to a move here, gonna have to shield. Yeah, so if you threw it on 3, yeah. Okay, they go straight into Malamar, hoping to outpace you, and they do outpace you to the superpower. Yeah, Malamar charge is pretty quick. You'll be seeing that on a team coming from me. maybe tomorrow. Gastronaut. So this is kind of a weird one. Yeah, I think advantage you. Because you did have an advantage, Typhlosion comes in. Blast Burn would really hurt here, so I'm going to shield it up. It is just a Thunder Punch, so just going to get off a move here at the 9 versus 10. Fast moves here. Turn duration, 3 rollouts versus 2 Incinerates. They'll have a move. Oh, and they just go for the extra Incinerate, which means you get another move off, which means they will shield. And now you have the I think you just probably let this go and just come back in and Incinerate and just get to like 100 energy. Yeah, so they just dumped it. Did not take it with a Thunder Punch. Have to dump the last move. Ooh, and you actually shield with... Ooh, I thought you maybe just got 1 HP'd taken out there. I'm surprised. I mean, we'll have to see what's in the back, but I'm surprised you just didn't like let that go. Take the Incinerate advantage. Because you were already at like what? 2 Incinerates? 1 or 2 Incinerates? So taking the extra one with a shield advantage, I feel like you could have beaten anything. Especially if you have a water Pokemon in the front. Let's see what's in the back after you land this. In the back is a Talonflame. Yeah, you probably could have swapped with either, but you'll sweep with morpeko here. Goodra. Tricky because Incinerate is resisted. So going straight into the Dunsparce as your safe swap. And with Dunsparce morpeko, you are double weak to fighting in the back, so you almost need to try and draw out a fighter with Dunsparce. Land the draw run. They'll get to move here. You'll live, so you can let this go. With Talonflame morpeko, what the hell was that? Did they just land a Draco Meteor on you and take you out? They did. They landed Draco Meteor. Don't feel bad. Not expecting that. So going into your Talonflame, just going straight Brave Bird because they're switch locked here, and you can just go in morpeko if you grab a shield here. Honestly, you might not even want... It could be Icy Wind because they're probably just going to lower your attack, but it still does like 50%. Yeah, and now these Ice Shards are going to add up. This is still super effective. They may shield knowing that you're going to switch forms. Nope. Okay, they don't shield. Because there's an option to switch to like... Yeah, but you could probably take them out with the second Aura Wheel. And now just fast move damage of these Goodras, Dragon Breaths, really adding up on morpeko. They commit the shield, which will now take you out. You're up 2 shields, but these Incinerates are resisted. But it is an Incinerate, so it's doing so much damage. One of the best, no, the best damage per turn and energy per turn moves in the game. And it is their own Talonflame in the back. Because it's kind of desynced, means you can easily get the extra Incinerate through. Get to the Brave Bird, goodbye. And you can just Incinerate down before Dragon Breath down. Ooh, get to the Fly to take it out. I thought 1 Incinerate would take it out, but resisted, so it did not. Fly for the win. Probably Draybron is that, especially if it has Aqua Tail, it's going to outspam you. So going straight into, 1 Incinerate and then Dunsparce. Crunch will hurt. Stab, Shadow Crunch does like 50%. Yeah, just about. And they make I was going to say a nice catch, but it's still by barrel, so it's still neutral. Get to another draw run, but they get to a Surf, and this Surf, it's going to be close whether it takes out. If you live with like 1 HP, no, you do get taken out there. By barrel just has a pretty high attack stat, so it does take you out. Going for the Psychic Fangs. Again, I don't know. I haven't seen this Pokemon in action enough to know how much it does. It leaves them with a couple HP, which means they get to a Surf, which means you probably need to shield because this is a pretty attack-heavy Pokemon. Not a super attack-heavy, but more attack-heavy than not. So they got 1 shield from us. Out comes the Drapion. You have only resisted moves here, Psychic and Dark form, and they're going to chip you with Aqua Tail. And you have, so you gotta go Psychic Fangs, double Psychic Fangs here. Yeah, and then you got Talonflame weak to water, so you're really hoping to put pressure. So, you know what? You grab both shields, and now the double lowered, you're gonna have to shield, but double lowered defense with Incinerates are really gonna add up here. Yeah, 2 takes out because you lower the defense times 2. And again with the Talonflame. Is you've between your Talonflame and all the Talonflames you're seeing, whoa, it did not take out. But you should be able to Thundershock down. What's with all the Talonflames? I have not seen this many Talonflames at all. Like, I have not seen these many Talonflames. Anyways, Drifblim lead. Save swap Drapion. Out comes a Gastrodon. So we're going for our second crunch here. Just a non-shadow. Means Gastrodon lives both and farms down. And we'll have 2 moves here. But if the fast move, as long as you don't get denied, the Incinerate should go through and register. And they just do, instead of trying to deny you, they did go 1 Mud Slap. And just going to go for the Earth Power, only going to get 1 move off. Feraligatr comes in. I mean, you're going to be able to outpace this thing, but they get to a move already. And they may just instant swap here. On like no, not yet. Going for the Psychic Fangs bait. You're going to outpace this thing anyways, but just going to try and grab a shield since they're not leaving. And you do grab it successfully. And now going for the Aura Wheel to confirm the kill because I think Psychic Fangs would be still borderline there. And it does land, so it takes them out. And it's a Drifblim left, and yeah, against Morpeko is not going to have a good time. Wiggly against a Fire. Love to see it, so they will get out probably into Drifblim. You have 2 answers to this. Going with Morpeko, which is a nice answer. Getting to the move first, going straight, or we'll grab a shield to take this out. Agreed. And you take it out. Goodbye, Drifblim. Change form. Wiggly's going to delete us in a second. Hopefully Psychic Fangs. Nope, going for the resisted Aura Wheel instead of the neutral Psychic Fangs to lower their defense, apparently. Weird. Don't do that. Lower their defense next time, especially when these Incinerates could add up a lot. Decided to go Drapion. Okay. You were so good up until this point. And now you're getting my man. What the hell are you doing? So you change forms into the dark. So just throw. I would you know what? Even a resisted Aura Wheel probably does the same amount as a neutral Psychic Fangs, if I'm being honest. So I don't. In terms of the raw damage you're going to get, it's fine. But being able to lower their defense and then getting a Talonflame on it to do Incinerates, those would really add up. That being said, you decided instead of coming in and resisting the charms with fire, that we are going to come in with a Drapion, which is actually neutral because you are half poison, half dark. So next time, Talonflame on the fairy to resist the fairy type moves. Okay, we have a mirror match, and we're getting out to Drapion and met with a Dunsparce, which obviously has Drill Run. And the crunches do 50% when I'm a shadow, but clearly just not a lot as a non-shadow. And this is why the shadow is so much more valuable. I got to do a video on this eventually because someone asked, like, when is the shadow more valuable? And the shadow is more valuable and which ones need it. And the shadow is more valuable basically when the shadow damage decreases the amount of moves that you need. And this is a prime example of one where you basically need it. Shadow Drapion can go double crunch on, probably even crunch in Aqua Tail on Dunsparce, but now even double crunch is borderline not going to be able to take it out. So just going Aqua Tail here, and this won't take out. Right? You can just see the difference in the raw damage. So Shadow Drapion, the shadow on like Marowak, Kanto Marowak with where you're really doing the raw damage on the Mud Slaps and Bone Clubs, like that needs to be shadow. Coming in and taking double super effective on the Talonflame, but do get to a move here. Brave Bird is not enough to take out, so you might want to instant swap. Try and catch it off guard here. It does take out. Why didn't it take out last time? Oh, now you're... Oh, no. I could see the hesitation. Now, question is, did you hesitate enough to give them 6 claws there? Because if you did, you lose. If you only give them 5, you're okay. You only gave them 5. Okay. So, I guess they were so nervous that they had to throw there, but let me just stop and kind of... Well, you know what? Yeah, if you didn't... You know what? I take that back. Because if you didn't if you didn't instant swap after you took them out, you would have been behind by half a turn, which means they would have got to the Hydro first and probably taken you out. So maybe staying in and forcing their energy immediately is fine. But like if they just went one extra claw there against you, they would be able to take you out as well. It's kind of a weird one there. But we have Drapion on Typhlosion, and going 2 and throwing this is a really good fast move timing. Yeah, this is what you want to do. 2 poison stings and a throw. It's 4 versus 5 fast turn, and you're not going to get to it here. And now you have a decision to make. I think they have 2 moves, so I think it's probably worth letting it go. And now what do you do here? Could just do double Talonflame Incinerates to get ahead on energy, but gonna decide to go morpeko. Ooh, and make a hoping that they went Blast Burn. That would actually be a pretty sweet. And they do. That was actually pretty sweet. And you're out of Brave Bird now, so this will take out. So basically, came morpeko, got a couple Thunder Shocks off, and then knowing that they'd go Blast Burn instead of Thunder Punch, caught on the Talonflame, which was huge there. And they have a Gastrodon in the back. So Psychic Fangs to lower their defense, and then change this to Dark Form and land the Aura Wheel to take out the Dark, take it out here. And take it out here. Yeah, timing's off, but we just got to get this. We just want to end this game, hopefully, right here. Yeah. Very, very attack heavy Pokemon there. Diggersby is a great lead. So we'll just stay in this matchup. Your backline is double weak to ground, so this is exactly where you want to see it. Just going straight fly. Not even going to build up. Just going to go straight fly. Put some pressure on the shields already. Lands and does not do much. Diggersby is real tanky. Scorching Sands is single resisted. Meaning still chips. You'll get to another fly. This should take out. And they let it go. They don't let it go, but you snipe. You do snipe, but... Oh, and a Zoomer in the back. So... I would have at least... You know, as a non-shadow... The recommended moveset for shadow Pokemon is Aqua Tail Crunch. A lot of times, non-shadows use Crunch Sludge Bomb. So if you're getting to Zoomer, I would at least go to 6 and fake a Sludge Bomb, as opposed to just throwing the Crunch as soon as you get it. Because as a non-shadow, there is the thought in their mind, like, do they have a Sludge Bomb as a non-shadow Drapion? So at least fake it next time. But you grab one shield. Just going straight Psychic Fangs. Again, not even building up to the move here, which means they know it's a bait. Yeah, you always have to build up to the move. So we threw the Psychic Fangs right as soon as we got it, and they did not shield because they knew they didn't have to. Gonna just let morpeko go and try and run with Talonflame here. Shielding up the moves here. Azumarill's bubbles are really gonna add up though. And you're only going to get to one move here. Maybe you'll get to 2 if that registered and you can get to another one. No, that takes you out and you lost there. Yeah. I think you had to... It was a 4-1 to get to Veteran here. Yeah, let's just showcase Veteran, 25-14. There you go. But yeah, I think you had to, 1, get to the Aura Wheel to at least fake it. And 2, you needed to shield morpeko, especially when against a Zoomer. I know Zoomer had a bunch of energy, but you can't leave your Talonflame that low against a bubble user, because then you're just setting yourself up for failure there. So a couple things here and there. Overall, pretty good. Yeah, like I can see your timing's actually pretty decent. And for the most part, you seem to know your win con, just knowing where to get out and when to stay in and stuff like that. Yeah, just a little bit of like... I say never bait, but you got to at least give the illusion that you have the opportunity to bait. I'm gonna get to a Sludge Bomb on Drapion to threaten an Azumarill. I'm going to get to an Aura Wheel on morpeko to threaten that versus Typhlosion. So you at least got to get to those moves to put like it in your opponent's mind. Like, I could have this and then force them to make a decision, as opposed to not even getting there and just throwing the move. Like, not even getting to those moves and just kind of showing your opponent that, like, no, I do not have this move. And then that makes it easier for them not to shield. That's basically it. So thanks for the submission. Thanks for the membership support. And yeah, we'll keep this going. Probably mostly Great Leagues. I know there's a couple little cups from members, which I will showcase their little cups this week. But I think we're probably going to do mostly Great League this week. But we'll see how the views and what people are interested in. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.